Hey, what's up guys? I'm going to be making a high level Barrows guide today. Now I do have a mid to low level Barrows guide on my channel from like way back at the start of old school. But it's pretty crappy, like I wore robes and stuff which you don't need, plus there's new content in the game and all that, so I'm going to be making this high level one first, and then I'll be making a new mid to low level guide. But first we'll go through gear. This is fairly decent gear like that. It's not too expensive, you can swap that out for like an obby shield or any type of shield. Now there's two different things, like of course you'd rather go with a fire cape if you got it than a skill cape, but the skill cape's good defense and prayer if you don't have a fire cape. So we'll bang that one now. Also a lot of the times I just go in bandos, sorry. But this is good if you want to conserve prayer. With the bandos, it's pretty much just for the high strength bonus and just looks swag, but I went this time and actually got hit with this gear a fair bit, so I'm actually going to use the bandos, sorry, keeps calling them Barrows for some reason, but no. And then your third setup obviously is your full Guthrin setup, which you can, is really good for just the average player. Now my account is maxed, so I don't really have to worry about too much like hits and all that stuff. But if you were going to take some other random Barrows, say like a DH plate there or something like that, then you'd want to get like a Varax helm for the tank. If you're lower defense, say if you're 70 defense, then you probably want that. But yeah, this is going to be a fairly high level guide, I guess. So I'm going to take the bandos this time. But pretty much the first thing you want to know about Barrows is that your mage offense doesn't really matter at all. Like you can use infinity boots or whatever if you feel like it, but it's really not going to matter. So you can pretty much just take your, either if you've got high defense, your best kind of melee gear, or if you've got mid to high, then you probably just want some Barrows gear and fairly tanky stuff. If you don't have the DFS, I'd probably just go with the Defender. It's not going to matter too much. But yeah, so let me just bank this stuff and I'll show you the rest of the setup. Oh yeah, that's one thing I was going to say, was if you don't have an SGS, use Guthrins for sure. Just because you want a way of healing without having to use the sharks, because obviously when you max you don't use too many sharks and all that, but Guthrins is definitely great if you don't have an SGS, and you can use a normal whip or a deck skim or anything like that. But in this guide we'll just be showing the Trident with Barrage. You can also use a Black Salamander if you don't have a Trident, or also the Ivan's Staff, but this is the high level guide, so I'm guessing all the high level guys would have a Trident. But yeah, we've got the Morton teleport, we've got our Barrage runes. You can use Blitz, it is a bit more annoying though. But we've got some sharks, prayer pots, stamina pots to keep that run up, and super combat pots. You can switch those out for super sets, but you won't have as much invo space and stuff. So I only have a few of these, so I'm just using them up. But yeah, you would use the super sets, but it almost is worth using these if you want to get like maximum efficiency for Barrows runs. But yeah, so that's pretty much your inventory. You don't want to bring a spade because you can pick one up at the shack. When you teleport there, you'll have a space free, so you don't have to waste a space for the spade. But yeah, let me teleport there, and I'm guessing all the high level guys would know how to get there, but I will actually run through, or show you guys the map, and I'll also run down through the in search of my Reek passage thing. So alright, I'll speed this part up. Alright, so now we're here. Now one thing you want to note, if you are taking that route, then you want to take another food instead of this Morton thing, because what can happen is a lot of people like to bring the spade, but it makes no sense because you can pick one up here either way. But you want to bring a food instead of a spade there, because when you're running through you can get gasted and it will make one of your food rotten, so then when you get here you'll drop that and that'll be your spot for your spade, so it's no food wasted. But what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to tele back to the bank, get full run energy and then tele here. We'll include a map of the actual swamp itself and a route showing where you need to run. If you don't have that shortcut unlocked, but I would definitely recommend the Morton Scrolls. Alright, so this is going to be where you end up when you use the Morton Scroll. Now we'll actually quickly just look up the price of a Morton Scroll to see if they are worth using. I definitely recommend them. If you do a lot of clue scrolls, you'll probably have some in the bank. That's where I got mine from, but I'll probably have to restock on them. You can also use the minigame teleport if you've done the Shades of Morton quest, which is actually a bit hard to come across on old school because a lot of people just sit in the Shades of Morton clan chat and actually do Barrows instead of doing Shades of Morton. It's really hard to get a team together, so if you've got a clan or something like that, I'd suggest getting them down there to help you out with that, because then you do have one free Barrows, or one free Morton teleport every 30 minutes, I think. Now that's very handy because one Barrows run at a high level will last for longer than 30 minutes. Alright, so I've just checked and the Shades of Morton scrolls are around 15 to 16k each. Some people do buy for 20 to 25k, but that's when they're desperate and want to go to Barrows. So yeah, you can pick these scrolls up for 16k each. But if you do actually do clues, then you can pick yourself up some if you're lucky. Now I'm getting low on them, so I'll probably buy some. I've actually just done Shades of Morton on my Zerk, but I haven't done it on this account. I probably never will. But yeah, just because it's a pain. Now I'm going to show you how to go through all the brothers. So firstly, you want to actually head down to Carol. You want to take your pot. Now, if your melee stats aren't too great, then you can actually trident this. But what I normally do, hit it with the whip, change over. Oh, it's pretty much dead now anyway. Of course, I spec a 0. Let's go. Of course, I spec another 0. SGS is a pile of junk. Okay, and it's dead. So then we go up. Now, in this guide, we're not going to be talking too much about actually conserving the prayers, just because you're high level. This is going to be, as I keep saying, titled a high level guide. So if you're not high level, check my channel for a low level or mid to low level guide that I'll be uploading soon, because that will definitely be a lot more helpful, because it will have a whole different array of tips and tricks and all that stuff to conserve prayer and all of that. Alright, now we're going to go down to Darrock. I would not test Darrock because he'll end up pretty much just dropping you. You want to stay above pretty much 60 HP. If he gets one hit on you, then you want to either get your prey melee up, and if you can't, fucking telly. Now, I'm pretty stupid a lot of the times. I just fucking test him, but yeah, it's pretty much this. So you pretty much barrage your opponent, step to the side, anywhere like that, and trident them. See, he's hit me once there, and that was pretty lucky. He didn't hit anything on me, but I'm fairly tanky in this gear. Now, like you can see, like I was saying, your mage offense doesn't matter at all at the at Barrows. I'm going to take a bit of stamina pot there. For Axel Tunnel, let's go down to Torag. Now there's no real specific order for these besides the first two, which you want to do Carol's, then RM, because RM drains your stats. So you want to pot up, kill Carol with your full stats, and then you want to go onto RM and it'll take your stats down and go to the rest, blah blah blah. But yeah, like I was saying, this one won't really have too many tips. I mean, pretty much when you're doing this, you can use the Ivan stuff. I think Black Salamander is probably actually obsolete these days, just because the Ivan stuff is OP as shit now. So pretty much if you don't know what the Ivan stuff is, you do the Underground Pass quest, you can get it, talk to some bloke in Artie, and you can get it imbued or something like that, where it holds it's able to cast 2.5k casts without you needing to repair it. yeah, so that's that. So I don't think anyone really uses black salamanders anymore because I would say that they're a lot less powerful than that. But yeah, so killing the brothers is really easy, as you can see with this method. If you got the Trident and Barrage, you're just set, absolutely set. Alright, so let's go down here. And I need to actually learn to breathe while I do these because I just speak for way too long and then don't breathe and I'm just like But yeah, so it is a fairly long guide, but we'll show you how to go. So you want to go through your first door, blah blah blah, and then, alright, so I'm looking for axes spawned already. Just freeze him, step to the side, kill him. Now a lot of players won't have that prayer left. You don't really need prayer down here at all. You want to pretty much tank. So that's why you kind of want your Barrows gear. I would definitely recommend Guthans if you do not have an SGS, or if you don't. Well, if you've got an SGS, you can probably just take like Varak skirt and a DH body or something like that. That's what I used to take. But from here you can actually check where your doors are. So mine is obviously the last door. Actually, what? Okay, mine's this door. Let's go in here then. Wait. Wow, of course. No, mine's the last door, of course. Now, there is a lot of debate on KC. I always get 14 KC. A lot of people say 11 is all you need, but the way I see it, 3 extra kills, it's not going to affect you. It doesn't affect your chance at a Barrows loot anyway. It only affects runes and bolt racks. And I have been told the types of creatures you kill inside here affect the amount of, well, the different types of runes and that, but I'm not sure if I believe that. I think it's meant to be death runes for crypt rats, blood runes obviously for bloodworms, and bolt racks for skellies, but I don't really know if I believe that. I'm going to re-stamina pot here. You can pretty much just stamina pot whenever you're low. You pretty much just want to do it when you're not killing the brothers, because you're sitting around when you're killing the brothers. You want to do it while you're going through the actual tombs and all of that. But pretty much we'll actually give you guys a map of the tomb. I'll just include it. I'll put it in where I actually came down. Sorry about that, just brain farted a bit. It's 11 PM, so it's a little bit late. Alright, so let's go over here. I actually just got a Darok's Great Axe in my last chest. That was pretty cool. And that was actually, well, I had Guthan's War Spear, 1 dry chest, and then the Darok's, actually 2 dry chests, and then the Darok's thing, which I'm normally really unlucky at Barrows, so I'll also leave you guys a picture of the different puzzles and how to solve them. But pretty much we're here now. We want to get the 14 KC, so just go through the door. Every time you go through a door you spawn the monster, obviously. So as you can see, we've used next to no supplies. So we open this up and Chaos Runes. So I'm just going to eat a shark and pick those up. And that's pretty much it. I've got house tabs. You can use an ectophil if you want. House tabs would be better if you've got the Carol teleport portal in your house, because that puts you right next to the bank. But if you haven't done Desert Treasure, then you can't do this method anyway, so disregard that. If you're doing this method, then you will have a Carol port in your house, unless you don't have a house. Whereas then you want to use the ectophil, which is obtained via doing the Ghost Ahoy quest, which isn't a bad quest. You get to dress up as a spooky ghost and go around, and yeah, you get the point. But that's pretty much it. Once you loot the chest, you want to run out. The the temple will shake. Why am I calling it temple? The tomb will shake because you've upset it and all that shit. You'll get damaged by some falling rocks and stuff, and as you're running through here, you don't want to take any prayer doses or anything like that. Alright, so that's pretty much it. I'll just give you some quick tips now. So you want to go down here, you will use your prayer like that. You want to kill Carol with that prayer. If it doesn't run out, kill Erin with that prayer. And then you don't have to pray against any of these other ones really. You can just barrage and go. You may need to take a dose if Darok decides to scare you. But other than that, I'm fairly sure that's the whole guide, but I will include all the pictures and stuff in the appropriate places. So cheers for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed, hope it was really informative and all that. And if you are a low level, well, you probably won't have got to this part in the guide anyway, but I will be making a low level guide which is a lot longer and a lot more kind of intricate because there's a lot more stuff that you got to do as well. Yeah, so thanks for watching the guide, guys. If it helped, then be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more guides in the future. Cheers for tuning in, and I'll catch you guys later.